Hello again. It's been a little while since I've received a package in the mail, but today I have received this box from Atherworks in Australia, which is our local distributor. And I believe it's one of two games, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a game called Septima, which is from Mindclash Games. It's the first game I've actually bought from them. They've had a few that looked really cool, but this one really stoked my interest, and yes, it is Septima. Big old box. Whoa. Ooh, ouch. They've only packed it in a little bit of bubble wrap. A nice cardboard box. But I'm thinking it should be okay. Where's the opening here? There it is. No, that's just tape. So this game I was originally attracted to because it had a cool theme. I did this one on Kickstarter, I think, about a little over a year ago. It was a pretty good turnaround. There it is, Septima. Very attracted to it because it has really cool art and a cool theme. Basically, in the game, you're playing as a coven of witches, trying to avoid witch hunters while you vie for the position of Septima, or head witch of the region. Now, it's not evil witches, it's friendly witches that do magic, like healing people and making plants grow and stuff, which I kind of wish there was a little bit of evil magic, but that's okay. Maybe there is. I don't think so, though. So the game basically consists of building up your coven from, witches that you encounter and rescue from witch trials, and influencing townspeople to vote in favor. Ooh, that's really nice. It's a beautiful box, nice thick. They've got like instead of raw cardboard, they've got a print pattern on the inside. And then doing magical stuff, like, because you can go into the wilderness and gather materials for your witchcraft and make potions. And it has a really nice insert. There's the directions for putting that all together. And you can transform into animals. You can have an animal familiar. See, like, you can become a cat or a fox or a squirrel or an owl or a snake or a goat or a rabbit or a frog. And there's a whole bunch of witches. So that it's kind of a cool thing. I'm not sure if it's a lot of more Kickstarter exclusive add-ons, but during the Kickstarter they introduced about, I suppose, 3 times as many witches as you need to play the game. And they're all just, friendly medieval folk who also have various witchcrafting abilities. And so these people will show up, and you have the opportunity to compete with the other players to get them into your coven and rescue them from witch trials, possibly get the opposing players convicted in witch trials, and we all know what that means. Here's a really cool bag. Whoa. Here's some of the inserts. So when I opened this box, the lid was lifted by about an inch, but in theory, when I put it all back together again, it's going to all fit in nice and neatly, which is usually the case. So here's the board. It is double-sided, so one side will be for the 2 to 3 player game, I think, and the other side will be for the larger player count. I'm not exactly sure about that, but that's so yeah. It should say on there somewhere. So there's the current Septima in the picture there, and it's hard to see because when you look at it, it kind of has just a sort of confusing pattern. But the artwork is actually on the board really nice and detailed, and it has that look of medieval, is it woodcut printmaking or just normal pen drawing? It's not woodcut printmaking, it's drawn, but it's really, really gorgeous artwork. And the closer you look at it, the better it looks. So beautiful. Okay, so that's the board. Here's the sideboard, which is a tracker for, I think it's like for the level of your witches. Like, you can basically upgrade your spell making abilities. And here's a board that contains, these are your player boards, so each player has the room for 4 witches, some potions and spells, and a lot of materials that you can get. And it's all very, very nice. Alright, so these are double-sided. And once again, I'm not super clear on what the difference is one side to the other. They look exactly the same at a glance. And each board is a slightly different color with different artwork of the wilderness. What do you call that? Oh, it's beautiful, like sort of fine tip pen drawings for the artwork. And here's the main insert. And that's really actually quite rigid, thick plastic on that insert. I'm pretty amazed. And there's a couple of dice and some tokens. So the tokens, there's 4 of them, so I guess that's for the 4 players. This is a game for 1 to 4 players, 25 minutes per player, 12 plus. And then here's so this is where you keep all of your potions. And now we're getting into all of the lovely wooden tokens that were upgrades as part of the Kickstarter. So there's some bird skulls. There's some red villagers. Here's the witch hunters, and that one's screen printed. Oh, those guys are menacing. Let's see if I can focus in on them a bit better. There he is. Choop, choop, choop. What a jerk. You know, he's just trying to do his job. I don't think anybody's a witch hunter because they're like just, you know, trying to get a paycheck. They really hate witches. And then these are the witches. Again, beautifully, so these are your player markers, beautifully screen printed. I really love the design. All right, so here's some spiders. These, I believe, are for the solo mode of the game. So there's a solo mode, and it involves competing with a witch that has some spiders. All right, so I can't remember what each color of meeple means, but there's different types of villagers: red ones, orange ones, green ones. But I'm pretty sure it has to do with their influence. So, like the red ones, I guess, are like not going to vote in favor of your witch living, whereas the green ones maybe will, and maybe the orange ones are neutral. But you basically, when you play the game, you're trying to stack those trials in favor of witches. So here's some blueberries. So here's some of the really beautifully printed wooden tokens. So these are some of the materials. Here's some mushrooms. Some of the, you know, are those mushrooms? I think so. That you need for your potions to do your witchcraft. What's this one? Eyeball with lightning bolts in it. And looks like a little judgment person and a ballerina's foot and a epoxy hand. These might be ailments that, so you can like help people with their blindness or their epoxiness or their foot broken problems. And then what's this? Some tokens with like a nicely drawn hand. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And I haven't even gotten to the cards yet. Oh, here's some purple people. They will have some form of, and here's the animals. I love them. So you can transform into animals. So I think these are the basic 4. You can transform into an owl or a squirrel or a rabbit or a frog. But there should be another one in here. Yep, you can also transform into, these are the basic ones: a fox, a cat, a snake, or a goat. So you can kind of choose, and I think there's advantages to which type of animal that you transform into. You can transform your witch into so that they can avoid witch hunters and maybe do some extra tasks like sneak into people's houses and do whatever witches do. I don't know, like steal their carrots. Here's some turnips. I think that's more stuff that you can gather from your gathering. So you go outside the village and gather things, and inside the village and influence people and heal their ailments. Some light purple people. And this is a series of rings and things that have to do with this influence in the game. And here's some mustard seeds. I don't know. More herbs that you gather for your potions. And here's these big, lovely. I don't know what the format of it is. It's not tarot-sized cards, but they're bigger than standard. If I can just find the little tab to rip this open with, that'd be nice. Where is it? Can't see it. Oh, there it is. I got it. If I can get my finger under it without doing any damage. Wow, it's like I'm going crazy. Please. Alright, I can, just a second, I'll get this open. Very frustrating. That'll do it. The old-fashioned way. Alright, let's have a quick look through these cards. Alright, and then these are, so we got ones that look like this with the different backings, and I bought this game ages ago, so I actually don't remember what anything means as per normal. Book of Divinations, but oh, that one is for the solo game. That's that witch with the spiders. And just these are things that you can, actions that you can do. So like there's a move up to 3 spaces with your leader and collect an adjacent ingredient. Instead, move to any space and gain 1 crystal. And I think there's like actions, I think there's an element or mechanic of when you collectively do the same action, it's more chances of success. Brew up to 3 potions. And you see a little handshake. You may spend 1 fewer ingredient in total. So if you decide to do an action that another player decides to do as well, your actions have more chance of success, which is an interesting mechanic for a competitive game to benefit from cooperative behavior. Because you're trying to prove yourself to be the most worthy witch so that you can be the new septima of the region, which is like the, you know, the leader witch lady. What are these cool things? Shapeshift. This is how you change into an animal. Change your leader into an animal and return all discarded action cards to your hand. Also, lower your suspicion by 1. Suspicion is important because that's what attracts witch hunters to you, and you might end up getting your witches put on trial. Omen. Cool. This game is super cool. It's a little bit complicated I don't think it's going to be like a quick, easy game, but I think once learned, it's got lots of paths to victory, lots of different ways to play. That's what's important. Like, you want to be able to, when you play the game, not just have one way to win. You want to have like a lot of different ways you can get your required victory thingies, criteria. Invisible, what are these potions? I don't know. Dark Moonstone, Envision of Past, Cauldron of Plenty. What are these things? Spells, maybe? Red Skull. Oh, these are, I mean, it's in each player color, so that might have something to do with it. Information. Negotiation. Cool. All right, so that's everything. This insert, by the way, is just gorgeous. I can't wait to... I think it makes the game very easy to set up and take down. So that's it. That's Septima by mindclash Games. This should be available in retail very soon if you want to check it out. I'll be doing a review pretty soon, available on our podcast at hotgamemagnet.com. We've got, was it like 130 something reviews up, so there's lots to listen to if you need something interesting for your morning drive. And hey, if you've enjoyed this unboxing, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can, you know, see more of what I've got, and hit that little bell thing so you can be notified when I put a video up. And of course, if you'd love to say something nice or ask me to do, you know, have a closer look or just leave any kind of comment, you can do that below. And until next time, thank you for your time. Have a lovely day.